skip pass far side. Nowak back up top. Shockey ready. 3 in the hole. Trap from midcourt has produced the steal. O'Brien up ahead to Kittel, who throws it down. Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. Titans by 6. Pinkerton trying to hurry. Three-pointer up and in. 15 is within 8. Politi for 3. Yes, sir. Up, no good. Side iron. Offensive rebound. Rosatano. Back up and in off the glass. Now a steal by Infante. Infante to the cup. That's what Pinkerton right there. Force one here. Up the chin. Who throws it down? McGeady drives. Strand open. Three-pointer up and in. Wow. And sophomore's got Dover within 5. Sawd's 3 is going to beat the buzzer. Up looks for a screen. Trying to find Bono. Pike with the steal. Pike is going to run out the clock. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Kingston. Nick Anastas, Chris Cameron with you. It's the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals between top seed Laconia and number 5 Pelham. The winner goes on to Sunday's championship game, where they will take on the Pembroke Spartans. Well, it's a rematch from last month. A 1-point game that was won by Laconia in Laconia. 57-56 was the final. That was part of a 13-game win streak Laconia put together to close out the regular season. They went 17-1 to earn the top seed. First top seed since 1955 for the school. They look to get back to their first state championship appearance since 1978. Meanwhile, on the other side for Pelham, they're fresh off a fourth quarter to remember in the quarterfinals. They beat my Manchester West team by 20, 77-57. They entered the fourth quarter down by 4, and they came out red hot to begin that frame. 6 of 6 from downtown to put away the Blue Knights. So two teams familiar with each other, Coach. Two teams with length, size, experience, and obviously a lot of motivation with a championship ticket on the line.
Yeah, a lot of good-looking, long athletes here. This is going to be a fun game to be part of.
All right, let's go downstairs for the national anthem. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And do you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Well, there it is, a live rendition of the national anthem by Sanborn High School student Abby Alley Violet. Doing a great job setting the tone here. Second of two semifinals here in Division II. Earlier tonight, Pembroke knocked off Oyster River to earn their first trip to the final since 2019. And ironically enough, if Laconia does hang on tonight and punch their ticket to the championship for the first time since 1978, that would be a rematch of the 1978 championship. Class I, as we know back then, between Pembroke and Laconia. But obviously, Pelham standing in the way, 14-4 regular season, and again coming off a road win in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, looking Keaton back, I mean, he's probably the top player in the state. I mean, that says a lot because Josh Pilot, he put on a show in the last game for Pembroke. But Pelham's going to have to play physical with him. That's going to be key for them. And then Caden Roberts, you know, the lefty, he can score from three. He can get to the hoop. He could score at all levels. So he's going to be, you know, how they handle him will be key. But, you know, does Pelham come out scorching like they were against your West Blue Knights? You know, what was it, 6 for 6 threes they hit, so they can shoot.
In the fourth quarter alone to turn that game around. So the jump ball will be between Beck and Jake Cathorn. It goes to Pelham, and they get the start they're looking for as Dom Hurling gets an off-balance layup.
Yeah, that was a set play right there. Even though they lost the tip, they made it happen. There's the lefty.
Head coach Joe Moran, Sr. on his feet, dressed in black from head to toe. Got to like the start here. His team opens up in a man-to-man defensively. They look inside for Beck, and there he is. Too easy for the 6'5" junior over the top of two defenders.
Yeah, great position, you know, great feed with the lob to him, and soft hands with the touch. They're gonna have to send two bodies at him when they can, because that's just too easy, as you said. Both teams man-to-man.
Good crowd both ways. Three-pointer up and in. That's Zach James. He led the way in the quarterfinal come-from-behind win over Manchester West with 27 points. Shows you a little bit of the range there. Got knocked down, no problem. And now an opportunity for the rare 4-point play.
So that's 5 points. 5 points. So they left. They're starting where they left off.
Meanwhile, the ball is poked loose. Taken away by James. James' first turnover committed by Laconia. It's Coach Steve McDonough down there in the crouched stance watching this defense, but not happy for the moment as Tom Hurling gets his second field goal. The 6-foot junior fearlessly going to the rim there. And it's 7-2 Pelham with one more coming. Pelham, as I mentioned, 14-4 during the regular season. That's despite the fact that they lost their last two games. As we mentioned, a 1-point loss against Laconia, and they also lost against West. So they split the regular season series and then beat the Blue Knights in the rubber match. Sachem with the ball. They trail 8-2. After a 17-1 regular season, the only team to beat them was Souhegan back on January the 6th. Up the floor for two more.
Wow, this team's athletic, and they like to get out and get defensive stops and run. They scored on every possession so far.
Hurling with 6. It's a 10-2 lead.
Oh, a little pick and roll action there. They had the big guy.
Here's Roberts, team's leading scorer during the regular season, ends up short. And this one kept away from Beck by Hurling.
Yeah, Beck put the ball on the floor. You don't want to do that as a big guy.
Quick three for James. Back iron miss. Long rebound ends up with Sam Knowlton for Laconia. Tough move here. This is Carson Tucker, an all-state lacrosse player. Couldn't quite make that one work. Ends up with the ball out of bounds, and it's back over to Pelham. We got a timeout.
Yeah, Coach McDonough did not like what he saw early. I mean, you could see this West team. They're playing like the fourth. I mean, the fourth quarter they put on at West. They're playing right now 10 points in just over 2 minutes right now, and easy shots. I mean, easy shots. And they did it after that first possession where Beck had the easy layup. They did a good job the next 3 possessions.
Right.
They stripped them once, denied the pass the second time. That's going to be the key for them. And, we have to see, can Laconia, if they pack it in on Beck, can they knock down the outside shot? We haven't seen that yet.
Seems like Pelham showed up ready to go.
Oh, yeah, they can run. I mean, you could see they want to fill the lanes. They want to get steals, hit the middle, and fill the lanes and get layups. And they could shoot the 3. I mean, wow. They don't have anyone to match up with Beck, but all these guys are like long, athletic, team. They can defend, they can rebound, and they can run.
And they're physical, as we know. There's several members of the state champion football team.
Yeah, they got some athletes
up and down this roster. Yeah. So a good start, a near perfect start for Pelham. A 10-2 lead and the basketball here with just over 2 minutes gone by. It's also taking this large Laconia crowd for the most part out of it, at least so far. Here's Hurling, the point guard, already with 6 points to lead Pelham. Peter Hemmerdinger's come on the floor for the first time, the junior. Meanwhile, this one broken up by Tucker. It ends up out of bounds. And it'll stay here with Pelham. Off the bounce pass. Cawthorn couldn't get it over Beck. Weak side rebound ends up with Tucker. Wants to run. The trailer is Knowlton. Head down. Stripped in the lane by Hemmerdinger. Third turnover committed by Laconia. Pythons fan out. They set up James for 3. Can't cash in from the wing. It's still alive on the weak side, and Tucker cannot keep it in bounds for Laconia. Tried to tiptoe the baseline. Second chance on the way for the Pythons.
One thing looking at this Laconia team, Beck's going to have to stay out of foul trouble. They're going to need him on the court for as much as the 32 minutes as they can because they're looking like they drop off size-wise significantly compared to Pelham.
Inside, rejected. However, a whistle and a foul. Hurling was knocked down. The ball was smashed off the backboard, and then the whistle came.
That looked.
I'm going to give it to Beck.
That's not. We don't want to see Beck. I don't know. I didn't see the foul after the play, but let him play a little bit here. This is a state semifinal. That was a good athletic, clean block. No body there. I don't know what he saw.
13 foul. They go right back inside. Good up fake. Count it and the foul. That's a pretty move there by Hurling under the basket. He's brought his A game, no question. Already his 4th field goal, 8 points, a chance for one more. And this lead early continuing to grow for Pelham. It's double figures for the first time at 12-2. Foul, by the way, goes against Tucker, his first. Already 4 team fouls against the Sachems. Hurling looking good. His team looking good. The 5th seed putting a little bit of a scare into the top seed here, at least 3 minutes in. Laconia looking to settle down. Tucker can't get it. And a good box out and rebound there for Cawthorn. In the lane, Hemmerdinger's got the floater.
Coach McDonough, he already took one timeout. You don't want to have to go to another one, but they're out of sorts.
It's 15-2. Rowan Jones for 3. Won't get
and look at the run out. Oh, no defensive balance right there.
Up the floor. Hemmerdinger's got 2 more.
You might need another one here because this is
starting to get out of line. 17-2 as we at the midway point. First quarter, the top seed.
Wow, Nick, you said they lost our last 2 games of the regular season.
Pelham did.
Yeah, they might have just been sitting on this playoff. They were waiting for this.
Yeah. Maybe a powder keg ready to explode. Hurling, no. Tip. Cawthorn, one-handed. Put back off the glass.
You might need another timeout here. This is getting.
It's 19-2.
Coach
McDonough still not going to call a timeout, at least not yet.
This is getting
The ball taken away by Cawthorn and then turned over in the corner. Attack mode for Jones, who's got the wraparound.
They needed that one there. They're on pace to go over 100, Nick.
Yeah.
Wow.
19 points in just over 4 minutes.
And they defend. This Pelham team, they defend. And
Hurling, elbow, jump shot. Back iron miss. Jones gets there, and then a foul is called against James, who runs into Jones, who was knocked down. It's the first team foul against Pelham.
Just chip away here, chip away. Try to get this thing under 10.
19-4. Hurling with 9 of the 19.
I like to see, Beck's done a good job with the high pick and roll, but I like to see them get him some touches.
Drive and kick. Outside. Good look for Caden Tucker, who just came on. The younger brother of Carson couldn't hit, but then he atones going off the glass. (19-6). And now the last 4 have been scored by Laconia. Sachem fans chanting defense. James gets in the lane. He's got 2 more. And the foul. A little scooper there off the window. Took it on the wrist. Didn't matter. James' second field goal. He's got 5, and Pelham back up 15, 21-6.
Laconia has played zone in the past. It's dangerous when you have a three-point shooting team like Pelham, but he's got to maybe Coach McDonough. He knows his team well. He's played zone in the past, but he has the personnel to play man-to-man this year. But Pelham's getting to the rim too easy right now.
Free throw for James, no good off the back iron. Caden Tucker the rebound. Sachem's with the ball, a 21-6 lead on the board. They trail 21-6. Extra pass in the corner. 3-pointer. Too strong there for Logan Sanchez, but an offensive rebound on the weak side. Quick second shot won't go for Tucker. And the ball ends up batted out of bounds and back over to Pelham. Some of the Sachem fans not happy with the call. By the way, folks continuing to file in here to Sanborn High School. And we're just about at full capacity here with now 2 minutes and change remaining first quarter. Pelham looking to reestablish a 17-point lead. They led earlier 19-2. But James had his eye on the rim and took it off the ball, and that costs his team as the Pythons turn it over for the second time. So that's a break for the Sachems.
Last game, both student sections were standing. It looks like Pelham is they came out to support their team in numbers.
Took the short ride up Route 111. Meanwhile, an offensive foul away from the basketball is going to go against Laconia, and Coach, that's already 6 team fouls in the first 6+ minutes.
Nothing is going their way right now other than that first possession. They got to keep Beck out of foul trouble, that's for sure. But they're staying in their man-to-man right now.
Foul, by the way, was against Sanchez, his first. 6-1, the team totals in the foul department. Hurling off the ball screen. Thought about it. Instead, it's Hemmerdinger. Gets a step back out to Hurling. Ready to fire from the wing. Another 3 up and in. Dom Hurling in double figures already. His team is up 18, 24-6. Hurling unofficially with a dozen. Gets his hand on the basketball there, and now bodies are on the floor. Hurling has the ball. Hemmerdinger, his teammate, is calling for time. Are they going to give it to him? I believe they're going to award Coach Morin with the timeout in the possession. Yes. It's a 30-second timeout. It comes with 1:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Good hustle both ways.
They hit the floor, they hit the floor. And
you get a look there, a pig pile right in front of Coach
He
Morin.
rolled around a little bit, but the other player on the court, number 1, who's got the Hurling's got the 10 points already?
12.
12 points.
Unofficially, of course. We'll get you the official numbers coming up at halftime. But either way, he's been the floor leader and in a lot of ways has set the tone, right? And if you're his teammate, you can pick up on some of those nonverbal cues.
Yeah,
and really kind of follow the leader, right?
When you said they have a lot of guys out there that won the football state championship, I mean, they know how to win. They know what it takes to be a champion, and you can see that's contagious.
They were D2 champs back in the fall. James for three, out of the timeout. May have been a design play, but shot won't fall. Hurling offensive rebound, his second. Meanwhile, Hurling stripped in the lane on the spin move. Beck out of a crowd for Laconia finally corrals. That's now 3 turnovers each way. Final minute, first quarter. The top seed trailing by 18, trying to cut into the gap. It won't happen here as the ball ends up out of bounds back over to Pelham.
Pelham's defense is what kind of has set the tone for this. I mean, tremendous defense, holding this team to 6 points, and Beck only with those 2. And that's not easy to do.
Of course, Pelham hung with this team in Laconia back on February the 13th before the Sachems escaped with a 1-point win. Here's a steal. Good hands there by Tucker. He's in a crowd, though. He lost the ball out of bounds. It's back over to the Pythons. A good pursuit from behind by Hemmerdinger, who slapped it loose.
Yeah. Hemmerdinger's been active. I mean, he's made plays all over the court defensively, run-outs, running the break for the team, playing really well. They're going to hold for one shot here.
10 seconds. Hurling near side. This is Alex Carroll, who just came on, leans into the right-hand shot. It won't go. It's splayed off the rim. One final attempt goes off the iron as well for Jake Travis, and that'll do it. What a start for Pelham, the number 5 seed, coming out guns blazing, led by Dom Hurling's 12 points. They've got an 18-point lead over the top seed after 1. Will Laconia respond? We find out next. Second quarter on the way. You are watching 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Well, Laconia in search of a response after being pushed around a bit in that first quarter, to be frank. Pelham at 24-6 lead on the board against the top seed. They want to get back to basics. Inside, Beck, blocked. That's a good piece of defense.
Yep, good help
by
defense.
Jake Travis, who got his right hand on it. Now Pelham in attack mode on the other end, trying to go up 18 for the first time. Carroll. Wrap around, no, and then an over-the-back foul is going to go against Dom Hurling.
So Nick, after that 19-4 start, the last 4.5 minutes, Laconia settled in.
Yeah.
You know, they settled in.
Yep.
It was just that run that they had. Now they got to play catch-up the rest of the way. I think that just means they got to get number 1 going, and they got to get touches to the big guy. Oh, boy.
That's point guard Caden Roberts, who averaged nearly 22 a game during the regular season, scoreless in that first quarter.
Yeah, they got to get him going. They're putting some length on him, some size.
And the defender is Travis, who's listed at only 6'1". Here's a deep 3. Short. Travis trying to compete for the rebound off the bounce, but it ends up with Sanchez. Laconia lobs it back inside. Pass off target. Off the fingers there of Beck. And now James out of a crowd has it for Pelham. Into the front court with the left-hand dribble. Pulls it back out. Now Carroll will restart the offense between the circles. Pelham get the stop they were hoping for. Now trying to cash in on the other end, and look out. Bodies on the floor, and a jump ball is called in the lane as both Hurling and the defender Roberts were tied up. Possession arrow favors Pelham, so it'll stay here. Just over a minute gone by second quarter. Still 24-6 in favor of the Pythons. Hurling, the go-to guy in that first quarter. No. Second try, no. Beck trying to clear it for Laconia. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pythons. And Laconia dodged a bullet there. A couple of good looks for Pelham. And now the Sachems will shuffle the lineup. Caden Tucker will take a seat. Logan Sanchez gets a rest. So the five now on the floor in white for Laconia. Carson Tucker, along with Roberts, Beck. Rowan Jones returns, along with Sam Knowlton. Back door, out of bounds. Jones not quite ready. And it's the fifth turnover for Laconia. Coach Moran on his feet. Arms crossed at midcourt. Offense in a bit of a funk here to begin this second quarter. In fact, neither team has scored. Now nearly 2 minutes in. Hemmerdinger. Backdoor Carroll got the step on the baseline. Wraparound shot denied. Kept alive by Travis. Pass then broke it up and stolen. Roberts. Oh, make that Tucker. Is that an offensive foul?
No, they said they're going to give him two.
It's going to go against the defender who tried to draw the charge. Alex Carroll knocked down in the process, but is going to be tagged with his first and the team's third. We're down 2 minutes gone by second quarter. We get another look at the replay. Strong take by Tucker. As we mentioned at the top of the show, Coach, All-State Lacrosse plays, of course, for Coach McDonough in the springtime as well.
Good looking stroke on that free throw right there.
His first point of the night. He becomes the fourth different Sachem to score. Free throw good.
Chipping away. It starts on the defensive end.
24-8. Pelham still scoreless since the first quarter. Little screen and roll here. Hurling probes down the lane. The second defender got a piece of the pass. That was Beck. Across the lane. Rejected again. A good block on both ends of the floor, and now a foul comes at midcourt against Laconia.
And Pelham's going to be shooting 1-on-1 for the rest of the half, starting right. I don't think the referees know that yet, but yep, they caught it.
Had 6 of those come in the first quarter. They pick up the 7th here.
First game was played in an hour and 10 minutes. This game could go a little bit longer here if we're going to be on the line.
Yeah, not a whole lot of whistles in the Pembroke win over Oyster River. Already a combined 10 fouls in this first half. Hurling, front end of the 1-and-1, won't go down. Rebound wrestled away for Knowlton, his second for Laconia. Sachems are within 16. The defense has gotten to work, but the offense has been hard to come by.
Oh, let's get a look at this. I think they might overrule him here because this pass.
Going to stay with Laconia. As we get another look there. Coach Moran shot up off the bench. Appeared like it was last touched by Beck.
Yeah,
that won't go. James, a two-hand rebound in a crowd, is going to clear the deck for Pelham. And we're now nearly 3 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Pelham looking to push the lead. They have not scored in a while. Three-pointer for James will change that. That one from deep.
James has range. He's got range.
His second from downtown, Coach. He's got 8 points, and that's a pretty looking stroke.
They're balanced. They share the ball. They play unselfish.
Three-pointer for Jones, off target, out of bounds. 27-8. It's the largest lead for Pelham.
And they're just, I know I've said it, but their defense is just, Coach McDonough takes a second time out of the game, but Pelham is getting it done. I mean, they're hitting threes. They came out on fire. but defensively is incredible. The help defense, they're playing physical on Beck down low, and that's what's leading to some of their runouts. And they're also running some very good offensive sets there. That last set with James, the deep three.
Yeah, he's hit 2 in this first half. Fresh off a 27-point performance in the come-from-behind win at Manchester West in the quarterfinals. And as we said at the top of the broadcast, it's a team that went 14-2 out of the gate, dropped 2 real tough ones at the tail end of the regular season, a 1-point loss at Laconia, and then a loss in a rematch against Manchester West. But they blew doors, coach, in the first round, 78-47 over Kingswood, and had a fourth quarter, as we said, to remember in the 20-point victory
at West, right?
At West.
At West.
Tough one for the Blue Knight fans to swallow.
Sachems are picking up full court here, a little man-to-man, token pressure. Hurling, double-digit scorer.
If you're Coach McDonough, you got to do something, right?
Yeah, you got to. You got to try to get this game. You know, what are you down now? 19? Try to get this thing to 10.
In the paint, Scott put it on the deck and then lost the basketball.
You got numbers. You got numbers. Look at the big guy.
Whoa. Beck was calling for it. Instead, they find the trailer. That's Tucker. Now he goes inside. Beck lowers the right shoulder. Right-hand shot rolls off the rim. Second try is good off the glass.
Yeah, he's got good soft hands in there. Just strong. Big, but also strong. Jake Travis has been doing a very good number 10, done a really good job on him.
Beck 4 points, 4 rebounds unofficially in this first half. Midway through second quarter, James trying to stay hot, but that 3 won't go from straight away. Beck has his 5th rebound for Laconia.
They got numbers again.
Off the bounce pass, attacking off the glass. Second field goal for the junior, Rowan Jones. A little bit of momentum with Laconia. They're back within 15, 27-12.
Great timeout call by Coach McDonough. He's got them. Oh,
Hurling goes right by his man, but can't hit the lefty layup.
He felt the pressure of Beck coming over.
May have been off balance a bit as well. Meanwhile, Roberts down the lane is knocked down and fouled, and will shoot 2.
As Roberts getting, he's a lefty, but he's able to get to the rim right. He's able to use 2 hands. He's got to get going a little bit.
Yeah, he hasn't looked for his own shot too often in this first half. Has not scored as a result. It's a kid averaging nearly 22 a game.
22, yeah, I could see why.
Very good speed and quickness.
5'9", that's a great stroke right there.
The lefty free throw is nothing but net.
As we said, he could score from all 3 levels, and they're going to need him to get going.
Meanwhile, subs. Scott going to get a well-deserved rest on the Pelham bench. Hemmerdinger returns after a short rest. Meanwhile, the officials discussing something here.
Maybe who had the foul? I don't know.
They had given it to Connor Travis, and that's a mistake. You're right on it, Coach. Yeah. They change it to Jake Travis, and that's big because that's his second.
It's second, and he's been doing a great job on Beck.
4 team fouls now against Pelham. 3.5 to go until halftime. Free throw good. 2 for 2 trip for Roberts. Sachems needed it, and the senior gives it to him. They're within 13 at 27-14. Only 3 points scored by Pelham in this second quarter after they dropped 24 in the first. Meanwhile, a foul here on the floor. Is it on the floor?
I think they're going to give him 2. He didn't need to foul him because he had Beck coming over with the help defense right there.
It goes against Carson Tucker, and you're right, Coach, another shooting foul. That's the second on Tucker for Laconia, and the 18th foul. Hurling missed his last free throw, makes that. He's now 2 for 3 at the line in this first half. He came out as the trailblazer for his club with 12 points in that opening quarter. This one around the rim now. Offensive rebound, fadeaway. Cawthorn won't get that. Rebound poked out, long, won't go there.
Oh, he got hit. He got hit there.
James with the board. The Laconia fans are upset.
There's James for the kick out.
Left open. Instead, he's going to step into that one.
A little floater. A little floater.
Good decision Gets 2, and now he's in double figures with 10.
This is a big stretch for the Sachems right now. They got to really play. They got to close out a half right now.
Down the hole, down the lane, to the hole. Jones off balance.
They're getting looks. They got to start finishing around the rim. Oh, you got to see the ball.
Good recovery. Hurling across the lane to Cawthorn. Had it poked loose from behind. Good piece of hands there by Tucker. We'll stay again with Pelham with 2:25 to go until halftime. Coming up at halftime, full recap, stats, highlights, analysis. A look back at the earlier semifinal between Oyster River and Pembroke. And an out-of-town scoreboard as well. Girls Division I semifinals in action tonight as well. So a lot to get to. That's all coming up at halftime. Meanwhile, a foul here against Jones. That's got Coach McDonough upset. Because it's bonus, as we know, 9 team fouls, so 1-1 on the way here for Pelham. No problem for James. On the first, he had missed his previous 2 free throws and is now 1 for 3 in the game.
Yeah, he's got a good-looking stroke. I don't see him missing too many more.
Just one of 3 players to score in this first half for Pelham.
Wow.
Hurling and James now in double figures. And a couple of field goals for Hemmerdinger back in that first quarter. That's been it. Roberts for 3, in and out. No. Offensive rebound. Sanchez put it on the deck. And then a foul is coming against Pelham.
So what they're doing with Beck is they're putting 2 bodies on him when every shot goes up. So that's going to open it up for somebody to get to the rim. So the other guys, they got to be careful with their defensive balance, but they got to have guys crashing the rim. Oh, that's going to be a force.
Tried to find Sanchez on the backdoor bounce pass, but it sails out of bounds. 6 turnovers unofficially each way in this first half.
Yeah, this is danger time right now. 18. You don't want to be on the other side of 20 right now. They got to play a solid, disciplined 2 minutes of basketball.
18 is the largest it's been in this first half. Pelham trying to free up James, who's tripped up and fouled by Jones.
Foul, yeah. That's 10. They'll be shooting 2 now. That's James.
And by the way, that's number 3 on Rowan Jones, the 5'11 junior, one of Coach McDonough's better defenders. Now in some trouble.
He's been active on both sides.
Meanwhile, James is quietly, Coach, hit 3 in a row at the line, starting to piece together a pretty good-looking first half here. He's got 13 to lead everybody.
Yeah.
One more gives him 14. The lead 20 for the first time, and we're down to the final 100 seconds here of the first half. Top seed Laconia in some real trouble. They go inside to Beck, and you're going to count that. And the foul, hit it on the wrist. Cawthorn, the defender, trying to make up some ground there, but couldn't catch it.
Yeah, that's part of, number 10, Jake Travis being out. They don't quite have the size, but also there wasn't any help on the backside. So they 3-quartered, they threw it over the top, and there was no one to help on the back. And that's 2 on number 4.
So Cawthorn is going to sit.
Cawthorn, yep.
Quick high five with Coach Morin. Meanwhile, one more on the way for the right-handed junior Keaton Beck.
Impressive player. Size, but he's got good hands,
and
athletic.
He's quietly putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Now it's 7 points, 6 rebounds unofficially. Minute 20 to go. The lead 17 for Pelham. Coach McDonough hoping his club can come up with a stop here in the man-to-man defense. He's down in a catcher's position on the home sideline. Meanwhile, power move for James. Won't go. Another rebound for Beck.
No second chance for, oh, God, got to be careful.
Is that tipped? Officials say no. Over and back. I thought the defender got it.
That's what Beck thought, too. Yeah. That's why he let it go.
Oh, then Beck hit
but
it.
he touched it before, and
That's
so
right.
he was just confused on maybe the ruling of that.
Yeah.
It's the right call by the officials.
Yep. And turnover number 7 for the Sachem. Carroll, good pivot and finish. That's his first bucket. Pelham by 19, 36-17. Final 40 seconds, second quarter. Laconia hoping to close out.
Beck has a big size. They got to get it to him. They're helping on the backside.
Sacham's hoping to close this first half on a high note after they've trailed the entire way, and they turn it over here. It's a good grown man takeaway there by Alex Carroll. Just stuck both hands in there and ripped it free.
Carroll's doing it both sides of the court. There's our guy,
Hammer Digger. His first field goal since the first quarter.
What year is he, Nick?
He's a junior.
He's a junior, yeah. He's a smooth player.
Down to 10 seconds. Largest lead on the board for Pelham. Roberts in a crowd. Leaves it for Beck, who's fouled from behind.
He's going to be shooting one-on-one.
It's the 7th team foul, so that puts Pelham over the limit. And it comes with just inside of 5 seconds to go.
Even though we've had a lot of free throws, this is a rapidly played first half.
Yeah, good point, about a half hour.
You dig yourself a 20-point hole. A lot of that was in the first 3 minutes of the game. They got some work to do to come back in this one. Oh, that's coming off.
Beck too strong on the one-on-one. Carroll the board.
Carroll from half court.
Trying to beat the buzzer. Ends up short. And that'll do it.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Beck landed rather awkwardly after the shot was released and is going to hobble his way over to the Sachem bench. So not a great sign. And that's kind of sums up what's been a nightmare first half for top-seeded Laconia. They trail 38-17 to Pelham. The Pythons enjoying their largest lead of the contest at the midway point. And it looks like the number 5 seed came ready to play tonight, led by the junior Dom Hurling and his classmate Zach James, who both were in double figures in that first half.
Yeah, they came out right where they left off at West, where they had 19 points within 4 minutes. Laconia did settle down a little bit. Laconia did have some success when they pushed numbers, where they had 3-on-2s, they had 4-on-3s, and the big guy Beck runs the lane pretty well, but they just didn't get enough stops. And so now they're going to have to play. I don't know if they have any kind of trap or full. I mean, I don't know if they're even able to, because Pelham's just a more athletic team across the board. So they're going to have to pick up the pace and get some defensive stops, force some turnovers, and they're going to have to knock down some shots if they're going to be able to come back in this game.
Coach McDonough's got his work cut out for him as he looks to make some adjustments here at the midway point to get his team back in the game. But right now, Pelham looking good. A big lead on the board, 38-17 at the midway point. Coming up, a look back at that first half, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, as well as a full recap of the earlier semifinal between Pembroke and Oyster River. That's all coming up at halftime. Right now, big lead on the board for the Pelham Pythons, 38-17 over Laconia. You are watching our coverage of the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II semifinals, right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Start of the second half here in Kingston. Nick Anastas, Coach Chris Cameron with you. Top seed Laconia in trouble here in the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II semifinals. As they trail big, 38-17. Pelham, the number 5 seed, looking for technically back-to-back upsets. They prevailed as the 5 seed against number 4 Manchester West in the quarterfinals. Big fourth quarter to punch their ticket here. And then really controlled things, Coach, from start to finish in that first half. They were led by Dom Hurling, who has 12 points in that first quarter. And then his classmate, junior Zach James, took over from there. 16 for James. Those two combined for 28. The defense looked good, forcing 8 Laconia turnovers. They contained the 2 stars on the other side. So far, so good for head coach Joe Moran and the Pythons.
Exactly as they would have hoped for. Exactly as they drew up. As you said, Zach James looks terrific. So does Dom Hurling. And also number 10, Jake Travis, did a incredible job on Beck. You know, and he picked up the 2 fouls. But on Laconia's side, at times they settled down, they played well, but someone's going to have. I mean, they're fronting and they're helping on the backside on Beck, where they're going to have Roberts, you know, you said he averaged 22 points a game. He's going to have to step up. I know they're putting a lot of size, a lot of length on him, but other guys are going to have to step up and knock down some threes to get them, to make them pay for the doubling down on Beck. And they're going to have to. 17 points, they're going to probably have to score 40 in this half if they want to advance to the state championship on Sunday versus Pembroke.
Pembroke earlier tonight had a big third quarter to put Oyster River away and end their Cinderella run as the 14 seed bowed out. What was the final in that one? Just off the top of my head.
I should know.
I'm drawing a blank. We just saw it, of course.
They pulled away and won by 20. It was
70 to 49.
70 to 49, yeah.
And that was a 5-point game at halftime. So, tale of 2 halves in our first semifinal. Will it be a tale of 2 halves in this semifinal? Laconia sure hopes so. The top seed, their fans, after grabbing a slice of pizza and a drink, are settling back in here and hoping to cheer on a comeback in the second half. Sachems had 5 players combined for those 17 points in the first half, led by the junior Keaton Beck, who has 7 points and unofficially 7 rebounds.
Coach McDonough kept them in the locker room. They didn't take any warm-ups. So his thing was X's and O's versus, so we're going to see what kind of adjustments they made, and he's as good as anyone with that. So nice
inside out, Beck for Jones. Three-pointer out of the corner won't go. Rebound off the bounds collected by Hurley. That's his 5th board of the night for the point guard. The junior into the front court. They have gotten away with a push-off. At least that's the case that Tucker's trying to make. Meanwhile, Hemmerdinger played well with 6 points in that first half. Gets the ball back here on the wing in front of Coach Morin, who wants his point guard to take over here with nearly now a minute gone by in this third quarter. James going to pull up for 3. He's hit on the release, and he's going to shoot 3 free throws here. That's also number 4 against the defender, Rowan Jones, and that's got Coach McDonough in a corner here.
Coach McDonough saying he kicked out his leg on the shot. Let's see it.
Didn't see much.
No, I didn't see much either there. And
Jones' 4th foul, so he's going to have to come out in a moment as Sanchez gets ready to take his place. Meanwhile, the free throw rolls around and out for James. That breaks up a streak of 4 straight makes at the line back in that second quarter.
Yeah, he's missed the first of 3. He's got 2 more.
By the way, girls Division I semifinals taking place tonight in Londonderry. Earlier tonight, Bedford, a come-from-behind effort. They top Portsmouth by a 64-60 final. And, Coach, right now, your BG Cardinals out in front of Goffstown, 29-20 at the break.
Goffstown hanging around.
Hanging around.
BG's blowing a lot of teams out. That sets up, if they can hold on, it'll set up a epic final against Bedford.
James now a game-high 18 after the 2-for-3 trip there. Meanwhile, Roberts down the lane. Missed it off the glass, follows his own miss, pivots around the defender, and can't find the touch there either. A good effort. It just has not gone for the senior tonight.
Hemmerdinger did a good job getting to the rim. He pumped to the corner to get Beck out of the middle, but just missed a layup.
Ends up with Sanchez. Meanwhile, Tucker throws it off the head of the defender, Hemmerdinger. Three-pointer, no. And then the weak side foul is going to be called on the putback attempt there by Sanchez. Sanchez starting to hit the glass, the 6'2 junior unofficially with 4 rebounds. It'll be his first trip to the line. Trying to become the 5th Sachem to score here in the game.
Roberts has kind of been more aggressive on the offensive end because I think he knows he has to. And one of the things, if you're going to come back in this game, you're going to have to, 1, knock down shots, get stops, don't turn the ball over, but you got to make free throws, to close a 23-point gap.
Collectively, just 2 of 6. 1 for 2 trip there for Sanchez. Laconia trying to crawl out of the hole. 40-18 here, nearly 2 minutes gone by third quarter. Backdoor, Carroll. Hurley. Going to probe, now going to pull. Shot won't go. Rebound, Roberts, and a foul on Hemmerdinger. It'll be the first team foul. No, second team foul.
Yep.
Against Pelham, and the second against the junior Hemmerdinger. Laconia a chance to get back within 20, maybe 19 here. They lob it inside to Beck. Tough catch for the big fella. Goes up off the glass for 2.
They got to just keep pumping it in all day. Pumping in, get some stops. Hurling remains to do a great job on Roberts.
It's 9 points now for the 6'5 junior center, Keaton Beck. It's got the Laconia fans chanting defense. James is going to quiet them with a 3.
That's the well put, Nick. He quieted them down quickly right there.
Starting to feel it
game
from downtown. His 3rd from deep.
He's as pure as a 3-point shooter
as it gets.
Yep.
Offensive rebound. Beck goes up with the follow with the right hand.
He's starting to flex his muscle a little bit. He has a knack for where that missed shot's going to be, too. He also has the size, but he's
fundamentally sound, too. The ball is always kept up over his head on the rebound and on the catch.
Yeah. Oh, you got to see the ball at all times.
James goes by. Roberts uses the glass, and he's got an and one opportunity as he's knocked down and fouled.
Let's see the replay on this.
Got Roberts in the air, goes down the lane, and was hit maybe after the release.
After the release by Beck.
And that's his second. So Beck with 2. And now 2 team fouls each way here so far in this third quarter, which is 3 minutes old. 45-22. Meanwhile, Pelham has continued to add on to their lead.
Yeah, defensively hurling, doing the job on Roberts. Can't say enough about him. He came out on fire. 10 points within, I don't know what it was, 4 or 5 minutes. Offensively doing a great job. And every time Laconia seems like they're doing something right, James just puts
got an
nails
answer.
a 3.
Yeah.
Nails a 3, gets to the hoop, makes free throws. So, they're going to, it's a little bit early to start talking about the next round, the championship game, but they're going to need more balance than just those two. Who's going to be the third, fourth option?
Because they've handled the lion's share of the offensive work, combining for 33 of the 45.
Those two guys, right? And then, and Hemmerdinger's got 6. So those are your guys right there.
And for Laconia, it's been Beck, the only player in double figures for the Sachems with 11.
So he's got half his team's points. And he's drawing a lot of attention down there, too.
All right, out of the timeout, 1 free throw on the way for Zach James as he continues to add to his game-high total. He's got that one without a problem. He's been excellent at the line. 4 for 6 in the first half, 3 for 4 so far in this third quarter. Into the lane, pull up. Tucker left it short. Cawthorn quietly putting in work on the glass. He's got a team-high 7 rebounds for Pelham. Coming up at the midway point, third quarter. It's been a wire-to-wire lead so far for the Pythons. The number 5 seed trying to send the top seed home in the semifinal round. This one is off target by Carroll, and a foul here comes against his team. It's in the lane. It goes against Cawthron. Called him Cawthorn earlier. It's Cawthron who picks up his third and his team's third. Coach Moran going to go to the bench, take Cawthron off the floor, and here comes your guy, Coach, Jake Travis. He's going to match up with Beck in the middle. He's got to be careful, right, with 3 fouls.
He's listed at 6'1".
So he's giving up at least 4 inches and maybe 40 pounds. There's the lob inside. There's the left-hand finish. There's the whistle.
Did you say he's got 3 or 4?
I thought he had 3. That may have been number 4. We'll see.
That could be.
No, you're right. He's only got 3.
He's got 3 now. Okay.
Just committed his third. Nope. Spoke too soon.
You're right. That's his 4th foul.
They just put up the 4th on the board, so I was right the first time. So Beck continuing to add to his impressive totals with a 3-point play there.
They're doing a much better job of improving their angles of feeding the post. They're moving the ball a little bit to create that angle. There comes. It's got to start on the defensive end. They got to get some stops, get some turnovers. Oh, a little hook.
Burling is fouled. He's going to throw that one up near the rim and get the shot attempt off before he hit the ground, so he will shoot 2.
They called it on the floor.
Did they?
They called it on the floor.
Coach McDonough was upset that they called a foul at all.
It could have been a hook.
Right. The defender there was Finney and Musso.
Yeah, that's Coach McDonough looking for the hook. That's what I saw. I saw the hook.
The 5'9" junior thought he was the victim there. Instead, he's hit with his first personal. He didn't play in the first half, I don't believe. So Laconia going deeper into their bench here midway through the third quarter. 3 team fouls against the Sachems, 4 on the other side against the Pythons. Pelham has never trailed. Came out guns blazing, built up a 17-point lead in the first 4 minutes of the game, and have not looked back. Their lead now is 21.
They're kind of coasting right now.
3-pointer for James. He's got the answer.
Wow.
Again. He's Mr. Timely Bucket tonight.
Zach James is having a night. Have a day, Zach James.
At 27 in the quarterfinal win over Manchester West as well, and he's on his way to perhaps topping that number tonight here in the semifinal. Meanwhile, a foul is coming against Pelham. It's on Hemmerdinger. That is his third. So fouls starting to pile up here, Coach, against Pelham. It's 5 team fouls.
What's James at now, point-wise?
27. There it is. So he's matched his quarterfinal total from earlier, from back on Friday night.
What year is he?
He's only a junior.
He's a junior. Wow.
So
Coming back junior.
A scary thought for the rest of the league. Both Hemmerdinger and James are both juniors. So, this one is good. Roberts, 1 for 2 trip, and it's 49-26. The Sachem fans trying to get their team back in the game, chanting defense. And poked out of the hands of Connor Travis. Connor didn't play in that first half. Jake did. Oh, this one gets away from the intended target, Hurling, and it's turned over. 7 giveaways tonight unofficially for the Pythons. 8 turnovers committed by the Sachems. Coming up on 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Still a big hill to climb for top-seeded Laconia. Into the corner, Sanchez had the 3 halfway down. Beck tips it to himself, goes up strong, and the foul.
Big guy is leaving it all on the court. He's giving everything he's got.
And fires up the student section.
Laconia just can't get anything to go down. Coach Moore feeling a little bit of a run coming.
It's a good timeout here.
Yeah, very good timeout.
As he looks to settle down his group with just over 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Laconia, the offense, not quite in sync for that man, Coach McDonough. Only 7 points in the first quarter. No, 6 points through the first 8 minutes. He finished halftime with only 17, but hoping his team can get into a little bit of a rhythm, and we know that when they are clicking, they can put up points in a hurry. But they're starting to run out of time.
Yeah, they're running out of time. They just can't get any kind of run going. Every time they got to run, James with 27 knocks down a 3. As I said, it's gonna start on the. They don't have the athletes to match up to go full court. Any kind of trap that's just going to lead to runouts. So they're going to have to get it done in the half-court defense. But every possession, he's got to touch the ball. The big guy's got to touch the ball every time. I mean, look at that stroke.
3 for 4 at the line.
I don't know what level player he's going to be, recruitable-wise, or but what AAU program he plays for. But
he's going somewhere.
He's going somewhere. He is a very, very talented kid, and he plays hard.
20-point Pelham lead. Again, Laconia's fans chanting defense. Again, James trying to quiet them. This time too deep. Offensive rebound, though, pulled in by Connor Travis.
Travis went up and battled with the.
Wow. Shot.
There's James again.
Off the back iron and then down through the hole for 2 more. How about 29 to lead all scorers?
I thought Pilot was impressive in the first game. James here in the second game, that's going to be some matchup if that's what it holds. That's a travel.
You mentioned Josh Pilot.
He's trying to make it happen tonight. You can see he's a talented player, but they're just putting so much focus on him, so much length, so much size, that he's struggling with that.
Turnover number 9 for the Sachems. You mentioned Josh Pilot and Pembroke.
Yes.
They went back to the state championship, are going back after a semifinal win of 70-49 over Oyster River.
Who was the defending D2 champion?
Souhegan, who was eliminated by Oyster River.
By Oyster River, they beat,
in the first round.
They beat Oyster River by 25 during the regular season. Then got okay. Who was the championship game against?
Well, you're really testing my memory now. I'll tell you in a second. I should know. I called the game, but all right. Meanwhile, was it Conval?
There's a lot of parity, a lot of depth.
I feel like it was Conval.
A lot of parity in the Division II basketball here in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Last year, this year. Been a good field, a good tournament. The number 5 seed Pythons have never trailed tonight. Trying to hand Laconia just their second loss of the season, their first in over 2 months.
This is their most patient possession out of bounds.
Hemmerdinger stepped out of bounds on the baseline. Good defense there by Laconia.
They work some clock there. Coach Moore emphasizing no fouls, because every foul now is going to, the Sachems are going to be shooting the rest of the way. Coach McDonough is a cool customer over there. He doesn't get too worked up at all. He just keeps coaching.
Yep. Doesn't want to panic.
Nope. Oh, you got to throw the ball. That's what we talked about earlier. Bad angle to the post.
It's like two players got their hand on it in the lane there for Pelham. James catch fire 3, back iron miss. Long rebound there for Musso. Lost it though.
There's my guy Hemmendinger just making steals all over the court.
He's got quick hands.
Making plays, yeah. He anticipates, quick hands.
Pass gets away from James in the lane though, and it's taken away by Caden Tucker.
Caden Tucker.
Roberts head down into traffic, offensive foul. That's a good charge drawn there.
Yeah, you can see who stepped.
By Connor Travis, who hit the floor.
Is that number 11?
Yep.
Connor Travis he got an offensive rebound over Beck. He's playing a great job. I assume it's his brother when his brother's out. He's done a great job on Beck. And then he steps in there and takes the charge. He's a glue guy there. He's a glue guy. You need guys like that. You got your two guys that can score. You got Hemmerdinger that does it all. And you got the Travis brothers.
It's a good unit. Looking to get to the championship where Pembroke awaits. Final minute, third quarter. Hemmerdinger step back, in and out, rolls off the rim. Beck's got his 10th rebound for the Sachems. Tucker driving kick. On the other side, Musso is ready, but the three won't go out of the corner.
Travis doing a good job boxing out Beck. He got help from Hurling. And he hasn't really done too much on the offensive glass because they sent two guys at him, and that's tough. He hasn't come out. I mean, he doesn't look like he's tiring. For a big guy like this to play all but 24 minutes so far, he's in good shape.
Yeah. Final 10 seconds. Last shot should belong to Pelham. Trying to add to their 22-point lead. A chance to go up 24 for the first time, and they may be able to do it at the line after Connor Travis is fouled. With 4.2 seconds remaining, Beck got him across the arm for his third. So Pelham, led by 21 at halftime. They've been able to add to that margin. Connor Travis, his first point of the night. Meanwhile, Dom Hurling gets a warm welcome on his sideline as he slaps 5 with his Pelham teammates, a well-deserved rest. Meanwhile, Connor Travis, 2 for 2 trip. Final 2 seconds, Roberts from midcourt, not going to get that one. And we head to the fourth quarter with a 24-point lead on the board for Pelham, 53-29. Pythons have looked like the better team through at least 3 quarters. Will Laconia go out swinging, or does Pelham cruise across the finish line? We begin to find out with the fourth quarter next. You are watching coverage of our 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Back here at Sanborn Regional High School in Kingston, New Hampshire. Nick Anastas, Coach Chris Cameron. It's been Pelham's night, a 53-29 lead up on the board here. A chance to head to the championship game, which will be one of 4 state championship games to be played on Sunday at the University of New Hampshire. This kid has
that Hemmerdinger again?
stuck on automatic. No, it's Zach James.
Oh, that's Zach James, sorry.
Who now has unofficially 32 points to lead the way, 16 in each half for the junior, who's been spectacular. Meanwhile, three-pointer ends up short. for Carson Tucker. The rebound collected by Hemmerdinger.
He's done everything in rhythm tonight. James, maybe a force or two, but not many. Everything in rhythm. You could see that he's just so well coached. Coach Morin plays for the New England. He plays for the New England Storm with James and Hurling. You could see they just play high-level basketball outside of New Hampshire, and Division II New Hampshire basketball is outstanding. You could see, but you could see these guys are. I don't know if they play other sports. Well, you said some of them play football, but you could see that they're basketball players too. Yeah. I mean, they are talented kids. All three of those kids, and add Hemmerdinger in there.
Fade away, rolls off the iron. Follow for Beck, won't go. Hemmerdinger another rebound.
He went up lefty there.
Well, you mentioned earlier who Salhegan, or you asked me who Salhegan beat. It was Condell.
You're right, pretty good.
53-51.
That's impressive. You got that memory.
Meanwhile, the Sachems, their fans, to their credit, still engaged here.
They are.
Defense.
What a great fan base.
Been a good ride, win or lose, for this Laconia club. They finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 1955.
Look at you,
again,
1955.
Had a chance to get to the state championship for the first time since 1978. But even if that doesn't come to fruition, Coach, they've still, when it's all said and done, went 17-2 and went to now 2 semifinals in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's
something to build on.
It's a program. Coach McDonald's got a program going right now. Terrific coach, not just basketball, lacrosse, state champion.
He's also the math teacher
He's
over there.
He's a math teacher, okay.
Yeah, at the high school, and has now had 12 seasons of on-job experience on the sideline as well. Meanwhile, this one is turned over. It's not his team's night tonight, though. 13 turnovers. They didn't particularly click on offense out of the gate. They fell into a 17-point hole just 4 minutes into the game. Pelham has been in the driver's seat since.
So I think, Nick, it's safe with a 27-point lead with 6 minutes to go. We could start talking about how these two teams match up.
As Carroll misfires here. Rebound for Tucker. Yeah, it'll be Pembroke, as we know. They won by 21 earlier. Big third quarter was the difference in their win over Oyster River. Meanwhile, big collision, 2 bodies on the floor, and the offensive foul is going to go against Beck.
I think this official is outstanding. He's one of the best in the state. Well, I don't know what his name is, so I shouldn't be challenging any call because he's certainly one of the best in the state. Any of these guys, if you get a playoff game, you get a division, if you get a semifinal game, you're an outstanding call.
Well, what do you do there? No whistle? Because I don't think the defender was moving either.
Yeah, I didn't, yeah.
Looked like Scott stood his ground there. Yeah.
It looked like there wasn't. To me, I didn't see that much contact, if anything. But again, just like the first game, this game is very well officiated.
It's going to be a hold against Roberts away from the ball, right in front of the Pelham bench. Meanwhile, Coach Morin trying to keep his guys cool here. This is a kind of a situation that might get a coach's wind up, right? The decision seemingly is in stone. It's been a physical game. You don't want to see any extracurricular stuff to spoil anything over the final 5:42.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you don't want to lose anybody for the state championship, that's for sure. But we talked about in the open with Beck, they were going to have to play physical, and they did with both Travis brothers. I would assume that Hurling is going to get the Pilot matchup just because I like his length, like his size.
Reverse layup won't go for Knowlton. And James ends up with the basketball, his 4th rebound tonight for Pelham.
Yeah, is he over 30 yet? He's got to be close, right?
I think he's got 37, but
he's
not sure.
He's up there. Let's get our guy knocking down a shot. All right. Give him 3. Here. Give him 3.
Yeah, Roberts.
Roberts is not his night tonight, but what a great season he has. Talented player. He's tried. I mean, he's given everything he's got tonight, but they're able to put so much focus on him and on Beck, and they have the athletes to do that.
Executed the game plan on both ends, seemingly. Coach Morin's club has looked good. Roberts misfires. Left-hander coming with 1 more. He's now 3 for 5 at the stripe. 3 minutes in, fourth quarter. Gym starting to empty here as folks look to get a jump on the traffic.
Yeah, a little snow out there, a little New England weather. It's March, though, Nick. We got to get this behind us because lacrosse season's not too far away.
What is it,
Get rid of the snow.
second weekend of April, right?
The 20th.
That's earlier
Practices
than
start
that,
March
isn't it?
20th. First games are that April 10th, 11th?
Yes.
11th, April 11th.
Roberts 2 for 3, and his night may be done as he's going to check out, at least for now, and get a round of applause. The senior is
certainly a great career.
Is upset.
He gave everything he had.
Pelham.
Hurling just is so smooth.
Chance for their largest lead here. Pythons in no hurry.
They run a little weave action.
Hurling in slash mode. Lost the ball on his way up. It draws a foul.
Good call. Good call. Laconia fans don't like it, but there was definitely we have the advantage of a replay here, but it looks like he reached. Oh yeah.
Yeah, given from behind there by Tucker.
He got it from behind. That was the.
And that's his fourth. Double bonus time as well. 10 team fouls against Laconia. Hurling came out and was the tone setter, right? With 12 points in that first quarter.
And then the defensive job he's done on Roberts. And, I assume he's going to be on. What year is Hurling?
Junior.
He's a junior, and then James is a junior. Wow, so there's three juniors out here today. So this
they've only got 4 seniors on the roster.
Wow, so this division's going to be loaded next year. I'm just trying to size up how these teams would do in Division 1.
They both hold their own, I'm sure. There's a drop step for Beck. Left it on the underside of the rim. Second try won't go either. And then this ball ends up out of bounds back over to the Pythons.
He's battling.
Got 12 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he's got a double-double.
Leading everybody on the glass. He's got 12 of his 19 in the second half.
Yeah, he has not come out at all. High academic student, maybe a NESCAC player, maybe Division II, but he's talented. I don't know. I could see him. How's Laconia's football team, Nick? I don't know if he plays football, but.
You talking about Beck?
Yeah. I mean, as a lineman, geez.
Yeah. Quick feet, quick hands. He'll excel wherever he goes or whatever he does.
Yeah. And his compete level was impressive to me. This whole Laconia team, I mean, it just wasn't their night. I mean, that must have been some game that they played up in Laconia when they beat Pelham, because this Pelham team is, wow.
That was a 1-point game way back on February the 13th.
Yeah, they're giving Travis like a standing, the bench is telling, because they know what kind of effort he put up. He's probably given up a few inches, maybe 60, 70 pounds on Beck, and he gave everything he had.
By the way, I've got James for 34 unofficially.
Okay. So he's got more than half their points.
Yep.
Oh, the big guy just fouled out to end this season.
Beck goes over the shoulder trying to block that shot and commits his 5th foul.
Give him
with 3:40 to go. Yeah, he's going to foul out here with 19 points and 12 rebounds unofficially.
Yep, he played. He'll be back next year. Coach McDonough gives him a high five, and him and Roberts are out. The 1 seed, that's an impressive thing. Only one team's going to be left standing at the end.
Well, Hurling.
So how do you see the matchup with Pembroke? Because they had those guys. They had Fitzgerald, right, number 20.
They had 4 guys in double figures, so we know they have balance.
So they had number 1 that was outstanding, 20, and who was the third guy? Obviously, who was their 4th guy? They had a little more. They have a little more depth. I think Pelham has a little more athleticism, maybe a little more size, but then again, it's going to be an outstanding matchup.
One of 4 championship events Sunday at the University of New Hampshire. The boys and girls, D1 and D2.
Oh, they named the
championships.
UNH. Okay.
Meanwhile, pretty good move here off the pivot. Count that for Austin Villanueva. 5'9" junior who just checked in. Going to help contribute to the effort here tonight. As Pelham builds up their largest lead, it is a steal. Hurling, he's got Roberts all over him. He's going to draw the foul at the iron.
So Roberts is back in. Sorry about, but there's Hurling again. The kid played some defense. He scored some points.
Just to answer your question about Pembroke, the 4 players in double figures from tonight's semifinal win over Oyster River. Pelot led the way with 25, 14 for Joe Fitzgerald, as you mentioned.
Fitzgerald, yep.
13 apiece for Strazzeri, the point guard.
Strazzeri, number 1.
And the center, Shondell Hadley.
Oh, God, how do I forget him? Hadley, number 2. Yeah, he played a great game. Jeez,
he did.
So they have a little more balance, a little more depth. This Pelham team, that they play unselfish. They get after it. They defend. They like to run.
Give me a good game.
Very good matchup.
Roberts has just fouled out with 5, so his night and career is officially over. Meanwhile, Hurling continuing to pile on the points at the line. He's 4 for 4 in this fourth quarter.
So the last score I got, it was after 3, BG up 7, 50-43 over Goffstown. So that game's tight. That's tight. We'll try to get updates for you.
Of course, that's the girls' D1.
And then who's the first game tomorrow, Nick?
I'm not sure on that. You're going to have to check. Of course, we'll be on the air in Exeter about 5:20 Eastern tomorrow for the first of 2 Division I semifinals. Meanwhile, more applause for this Laconia squad. They're going to end their season, it looks like, tonight. Coach McDonough going to pull several players off the floor after both starters, Beck and Roberts, have fouled out. Sanchez now over to the sideline along with Sam Knowlton, who you can see is a little shaken up, the senior, soaking it in here. Pelham, meanwhile, is going to throw it away. Miscommunication. The bounce pass ends up out of bounds. 11th giveaway tonight for the Pythons with 2.5 to go. Coming up after the game, we'll recap this one. Stats and highlights. And a championship preview, as well as a Division I semifinal preview, which comes your way tomorrow, as we mentioned. Top 4 seeds, Coach, as that tournament went entirely chalk, at least so far in D1.
It did, but with a few scare. I mean, the BG South game was, Coach Nate, he's an outstanding coach. They beat BG by 3, and then the other game, Trinity Bike had some performance he put on. They had Bedford, the number 1 seed, on the ropes. Defending champ did not go down easy, but the chalk did hold.
Bedford in overtime, 93-91.
Yeah,
they erased an 18-point deficit in that game.
Coach Moreno, congratulations to him.
And they will take on Nashua South on one half of the bracket. The other half, of course, is Pinkerton against Nashua North.
2 great matchups. 2 great matchups. Hopefully you get people, like the New Hampshire basketball fan coming out. They seat a lot of people there. You're going to get your student bodies.
Yep.
Because from a travel distance, Bedford's 35 minutes away. Pinkerton's probably 30. Pinkerton, Bedford, who else we got? And then North and South.
Teams,
yeah, they're probably, closer to 45 minutes, but not,
Not bad. You go down 111, you save a little time. Meanwhile, free throw rolls in for Villanueva, who's made the most of his minutes here in this fourth quarter. 4 points quickly, including the 2-for-2 trip there at the line. The lead is 38 at 69-31 with now 95 seconds remaining. Laconia trying to run a productive set here with their second unit, but the shot won't go in the lane. A good look at it from Matt Robinson. For another board was pulled down by Connor Travis for Pelham. An impressive wire-to-wire win tonight for Coach Joe Moran and his group.
Everything is still out there.
They stayed hot, as you mentioned, Coach.
Yes.
They beat West with a tremendous fourth quarter effort back on Friday and seemingly stayed in rhythm and came in ready to go tonight. Built up a 17-point lead just 4 minutes into the game.
Take a timeout. Get these guys in. Someone take a foul, take a timeout. We want to see clear their bench.
Going to need a whistle to do so with now 40 seconds remaining.
Come on, get them in. You're up by 38. Take a timeout. There you go.
He's going to take one now. Coach Moran just going to open the floodgates here, get some of the reserves onto the floor with 37 seconds remaining. The Pelham fans clapping their hands. A job well done. The athletic director over there, Todd Kress, who, by the way, is a former head coach with the Python program before he took over the athletic department. But he's a happy man right now.
Yeah. He found a good coach. I don't know where Coach Moore come from, but the update from Ben Beals in the studio is BG's up 64-49, 2:31 left. So it looks like it's going to be a BG Bedford as expected final.
Yeah, looking forward to that on Sunday. Always magic whenever those two schools get together, no matter what the sport, really.
So both semifinals, we got to see a lot of kids play. Benches cleared.
In both games?
Two well-played games. I think the better team did win both games. It should be a great final.
It'll be Pembroke, and it'll be Pelham here. We got 10 seconds to go. We got a steal. A quick three from Tucker is true strong. The weak side rebound is pulled in by Brady Hegan, the freshman. And that is going to do it. The Pythons flexing their muscles here in the semifinals as they get the job done wire to wire. The final score is 69-31. Laconia suffers just their first loss in 2 months and their second overall. But a near perfect game on both ends of the floor for Coach Morin's squad, and they are going to play with some confidence, I have a feeling, when they match up with Pembroke on Sunday.
They came out flying. Playing defense, running the floor, knocking down threes. I think that they're going to to me, they're a slight favorite. If they play like that, I don't see anybody beating Pelham, but Pembroke is certainly, if anybody can, it's going to be them, and that's going to be a terrific final.
Well, we got some numbers to add up here, Coach, but a tough spot to be in. I guess if you're Laconia, we'll start there. As the 1 seed, you hope to get back to the state championship for the first time in over 40 years, and it just didn't go your way early, and things kind of snowballed. What's the message? And you know Coach McDonald a little bit. What is the message he's going to give here over the next few minutes to a group of disappointed kids, especially the seniors?
I think you just got to say thanks for everything you've done for the program. Congratulations. To be a 1 seed, get to the semifinals is outstanding, and he's going to tell them, what championships are not won in March. They're won starting tomorrow. Maybe take a day off or two, but you got to put the work in order to compete at a high level like this. And some of his kids, you said a few lacrosse players. Pelham has some basketball players, but you got to put your work in. And basketball has become a sport where a lot of these kids play year round. Once their season ends, they play AU in the spring, they play AU in the summer, play AU in the fall. It's kind of like heading in the direction of soccer to some extent. So he's going to kind of emphasize that. I'm sure he spends a lot of time with them. Maybe not as much time in the spring because he's coaching lacrosse, but that's going to be the message, guys. Congratulations, great season, proud of you, what you've done for the program. But let's get to work and be ready come, next November.
And what does the practice schedule look like for Pelham between now and Sunday, do you think? How do the coaches find that kind of balance between rest and preparation?
This was not a grinded out type. Either was the first game for 30, you won by 38, you got to play your bench, you got your guys some rest. They'll probably watch some film tomorrow of themselves. They'll probably watch some film of Pembroke, and they'll each watch film of each other. Probably a light shoot around the next Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe get up and down a little bit on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday's just going to be straight, shoot around and just kind of at that point the hay's in the barn. There's not much you're gonna be adding at this point. You are who you are at some point. You just got to go in and play confident. Yeah.
Some of the final numbers. Zach James was the man tonight. 34 points, 16 by halftime, another 18 afterwards. Shot a blistering percentage at the free throw line as well, where he was 9 of 12. Had help from Dom Hurling, the junior point guard. Really set the tone, I felt, early on. All 12 of his first half points came in the first quarter, most in that opening 4-minute blitz that we saw from the Pythons. He ends up, by the way, with 16 after he goes 4-5 in the fourth quarter at the free throw line. And then some of the role players did role player-like things, right? Jake Cothron in the middle pulled in 8 rebounds. You mentioned both Jake and Connor Travis with good post defense. Peter Hemmerdinger, 6 points, a couple of steals. Yep. So a complete effort, really up and down for Coach Moran on the Pelham side. And then Laconia's Keaton Beck. He'll be back next year, most likely as a senior. And he can walk out of here with his head held high. 17 points and 12 rebounds, both team highs for Laconia in the loss.
Yeah, first time I've seen him live, and he was impressive. He competed all the way. They put a lot of emphasis on him. I mean, they had guys fronting him. They had guys helping on the backside. He just didn't get the support. Guys knocking down threes, outside of him. But they'll be back next year. When you have a player like him, they're going to be back next year. And this, with James and Hurling coming back too, Hemmerdinger. I mean, they're going to be this Pelham team is going to be back as well.
All right. I want to thank the folks here at Sanborn Regional High School for working with us. Our partners over at the NHIAA and at the NFHS Network, Don Boyle and his crew. Appreciate them. And I want to thank our crew here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, Kat Doyle, John Barron, handling the setup. Of course, good to be back in the saddle with you, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Division I boys semifinals as well. And, of course, got to thank the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, the man putting it all together, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. We'll be on the air tomorrow about 5:20. First semifinal in Division I from Exeter comes your way at 5:30 Eastern. Final score here from Kingston. Pelham 69, Laconia 31. This has been a presentation of the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II semifinals right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.